What's up everyone? Welcome to the third and final video of obtaining your dual Italian citizenship. I know I'm super late on uploading this video, but nonetheless, let's jump right into it. Now, if you reach this point, you would have already had your meeting with the Italian consulate, and they would have told you either to acquire a few more documents they needed, or to basically just sit back and wait. When I had my meeting, they told me I should be getting a letter in the mail about 4 to 6 months, basically stating that I was an Italian citizen. It took about a year and a half for me to get that letter, and basically it looks like this, and it's all written in Italian. It basically just states that you're now an Italian citizen, and should you do anything in the US, such as get married, have kids, then you have to notify the Italian government as well. You will also be registered with something called AIRE, A-I-R-E, and what that essentially is letting the Italian government know that you are living abroad in the US, because technically if you're a citizen of Italy, then you're automatically living abroad. So it's kind of funny the way it works, that even though you've been living in America your whole life, you're suddenly living abroad in the eye of the Italian government. Once you receive this letter, then the next step would be to make an appointment with the consulate once again. Now, this appointment for me was a lot easier to obtain. I remember when I had to make an appointment for my initial meeting, the meetings were pushed out like 6 months to a year, and I know that's still the case in some states right now. However, when you set up your meeting to get your passport, I was able to get one within a few weeks. And when you show up to that meeting, then you should bring your American passport, social security card, driver's license. I usually like to go a little bit overkill with the documents that they need. So I like to have, like, a W-2, maybe a couple electric bills or something to show proof of address, just so you don't have to come back again later. And when I went to the consulate in Philadelphia, and they actually had a big stack of these beautiful red passports, and she made the passport right in front of me. So it took maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and I presented all of my documents, and she literally just put a blank passport in the machine and came out with my face and everything on it. Also, as far as passport photos go, I know the Philadelphia consulate does have a passport photo booth right there in their office. I'm sure many of the other ones do, so if you don't have a chance to go to CVS or Walgreens to get that done, then you can do it right there. And now the glory of it all, now that you have both of these guys, then you can travel freely throughout the EU for as long as you'd like. You can get work anywhere in the EU without obtaining a visa, buy land in Italy without doing any extra paperwork that you might have to do being an American citizen. A lot of people ask what it's like to travel with 2 passports, because if you're traveling with just an American passport, you can only stay in Europe for 90 days before you would need a visa or other documentation. So basically what you would do is, when you're leaving the US, you use your American passport to get out of the country. Then when you're on the plane, put your American passport in your pocket, take out your Italian passport. Land in Italy, you go through the EU line, which is going to be much faster. Get right into Europe, stay as long as you would like, and then same thing when exiting. You use your Italian passport to exit, and American passport to enter back in the US. A few tips and tricks I'd like to add would be, if you're having trouble throughout this process and need a little bit extra help, I highly recommend going on Facebook and joining the group Dual US Italian Citizenship. There's over 13,000 members on that group. I joined it back in the beginning of my process, and it's a very helpful community. Basically, if you've had an issue throughout this, someone else or several people have come across the same issue. So everyone is very willing to help out. A lot of people have contacts in Italy who are able to get you certain documents or help try to push the process along to make it a little bit smoother. Because if you think the American government doesn't work as well, the Italian government works much, much slower. So it definitely helps to have some people over there or know somebody that can kind of help push things along. And through a Facebook group, I mean, there's a very big community out there to help. And the last bit of advice I would say is don't give up hope, be patient. This process does take a very long time. For some people, I've heard of some people getting through this whole process in the matter of a couple months, or some people matter of like 3 or 4 years. It's just important to start it now, because once you have it, then you have it for life. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to leave a comment or send me an email. I'll do the best I can to help guide you in the right direction. Thank you.